All right, now there's a lot of headphones and headsets that have active noise canceling built into the headphones or the headset. Now, if you're new to ANC or active noise canceling, all that is microphones built into the headset or headphones to block out as much ambient noise as possible so you could just have a better music listening experience, or maybe you're in a loud coffee shop and you just want to focus in on your work, but you like the environment of a coffee shop like me. I like that two in one right there. I can be focused in on my work, but also be in a different environment from just being at home. And if you're at home, maybe somebody's watching TV and you're in your office and you don't want to hear that, whatever the reason. But it's rare I hear a wired headset have active noise canceling built into the headset. So this is Adam, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Blackwire 8225 from Poly. And that's the main reason why I was curious about this. And the second reason why I personally bought this and wanted to use this personally without even being concerned about a review because of the acoustic. I said that so weird. I said that weird too. Man, I think it's getting a little hot in here. Maybe that's why I'm getting a little distracted. But the acoustic fence technology in the microphone, I like how I just keep that in there. It keeps it real. But I heard a lot of good things about it, and from other people's tests, it sounded really good. So I want to put it to the test and see how it is. So first thing I'm going to do in this review is I'm going to do a microphone test. I'm going to also talk about the Plantronics Poly Hub software that you download with that and record that on my computer screen so we can hear how this sounds in a possible Google Hangouts or Skype call as well. So let's get into it. Thank you for watching ahead of time, and I truly hope this helps. All right, let's get into the Plantronics Hub. I think it's very boring and dull. I mean, it's not like Logitune or even Jabra software. I'm not trying to say Jabra's is bad, but those two are way better. Logitune with Logitech is my favorite one. It's just so simple and gives you everything you need. Here, I can't adjust the music. Um, I could just little things that, in my opinion, you can just control with the inline microphone and this and that. But I mean, hey, if you want to play around with this, that's cool. I just think it's all kind of boring because I'm looking through here and I'm like, where's the side tone or self voice? Where's the music EQ or anything like that? And it's nowhere to be found. So, yes, you can do things like anti-startle to where if you bump into your mic, or let's say you're talking to a coworker and they're handing you something, you bump into them. If they hit your mic, it's just not going to come through. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't think this is exciting. And just as a side note, my neighbor's dog was barking like crazy just now while I was talking because I had my window open. They're the neighbor next door. The camera quality is terrible. But this is probably what it's going to sound like if you're using this on your Skype, FaceTime, or Zoom calls, Google Hangouts, etc. Now, what do I think about the music quality and sound quality since I'm recording this? The music quality is pretty flat. Nothing exciting at all, but it does get loud enough to where if you're on a call in a loud environment, the clarity is there and you do feel pretty immersed in a phone call. It's just not the best for music or anything like that. All right, testing the Blackwire 8225 in a real coffee shop with that same decibel reading. Nothing has changed. So test one, two, three. This is just me talking at a normal volume. The side tone is pretty good. And as far as other people hearing me on the other line, I haven't had one complaint that they couldn't hear me or anything. So even talking at a soft volume like this. All right, now what do I think about the Blackwire 8225 with the acoustic fence technology versus, let's say, the Blackwire 3210 headset? Now, I'm just talking about the mic quality here. I'm not going in. Obviously, there's a major difference in the headset altogether. I think it does much better. I can't put a percentage point, but I'm pretty surprised with how good that sounds given that that coffee shop was loud. I mean, it was about 80 decibels. It was during the morning rush and everything. So it was banging in there. There was a lot of stuff going on in the background. Milk pitchers, people walking around, people having conversations around me. It's probably like 20 people in there. So for me, I'm like, all right, it was busy in there and it still sounded like I was maybe in like a moderately noisy office. So it does much better. With this, I feel like you can really tell you're in a loud environment still, even though it does focus on your voice. So there is a price difference for a reason, and I do love that acoustic fence technology. I think they did a great job. So as far as the ANC goes, what do I think about the active noise canceling on this, and how well do the microphones do? I'm pretty disappointed because it didn't do that well. And I'm not trying to make fun of this or anything, but I really mean it didn't do that well. Is it noticeable? Is it there? Yeah, but I'm talking like 15%. And I didn't even notice that much of a difference with it on medium or on high. And there's a major issue when I put it on high, and I've done all the updates or whatever I tried to figure out with this. It could be defective, I don't know. But for some reason, even though you can wear this on either side of your head, it's this side where there's kind of static, and I feel like the microphones really struggle to block out any noise. So there is a chance I could have a defective product, but as far as my experience goes, everything is working fine with this until I put it on ANC high, and that's when I noticed that on this part of the headset where the microphone is. So there's some issue going on there. And then as far as just how much noise I feel like it cancels out, again, it's like 15% at best, where it just kind of suppresses the noise. You know, if you hear like an AC unit going off or like anything like that that's constant, yes, that will get blocked out. You know, when I was in the coffee shop, conversations were toned down a little bit. You know, the pitchers and milk steamers and silverware or just anything like that I heard, forget it. That comes through even worse. You know, it just, the microphone struggled, in other words, with what I'm trying to say. So don't get this if you care about active noise canceling on a headset. And the only reason why I went so hard on the active noise canceling and I'm really putting it down is because it's a $200 headset and it's wired, you know? So I was just thinking it was going to do better. The Logitech Zone Wireless has better ANC, and of course also the Jabra Evolve 75 had better ANC. This is on par with just the Voyager Focus, so you're not going to notice a difference, even though this is a newer headset. Now let's get into comfortability and design of this. I do like how they have these little number marks on how you should adjust your headset, because for me, I kind of have a big head and I usually have it on a 7 or an 8. So it's just nice to have that even balance. I'm a little OCD like that. And how does it feel when it comes to the comfort with the padding up here and just the padding on the ears? For me, I could wear this headset and have worn it in my workday 3 to 4 hours at a time, no problem. So if we're talking, let's say you're using this for work and during an 8-hour day, I don't think you're going to have any ear fatigue in between your breaks and including your lunch break and things like that. I think you're going to just do just fine. If you're using this from working from home and you're your own boss like me and all this and that, you should be fine with the same amount of time. Actually, you should take breaks. It's unhealthy to go for 4 hours without at least taking a 5-minute break or something. I mean, do some push-ups, you know what I'm saying? But it's really comfortable. I have no issues with that. I really think this is a super comfortable headset for it being on ear especially. So what else can I say about the design and overall durability of this? I feel like it should last quite a long time. I mean, I'm talking a few years. I mean, the only flaw I notice when it comes to how fragile it seems to be is on the mic. And that's because when I try to bend it, although you can adjust it a little bit, it just feels like that's like its breaking point. And even when I tilt it back a little bit, I just would rather keep it straight. The microphone's good enough to pick up your voice. But besides that and the tilt of it, you know, it stays put. It doesn't click or anything. It's just a smooth adjustment. It works fine, but this is definitely the most fragile part of the headset. You can stretch it out pretty far. You can tilt it either direction. So I have no problem with thinking it's going to last a few years. If you're like most people and like me, when you buy a headset, well, I review this stuff, so maybe I'm a little bit of a different oddball in the situation. But most people buy a headset and plan to use that headset basically until it breaks. And of course, that even goes for the inline controls of volume up, volume down, answer and a call, mute button, etc. And of course the ANC switch right here, I mean, it doesn't feel like a cheap headset. It really feels like a premium product and looks like one. So in my opinion, do I think this headset is a really good one, or would I recommend it? No, because my best calling experience headset as a wired one is the Logitech Zone wired headset. You can adjust the side tone, and you have a USB-A to USB-C adapter that comes with that headset. And it's a very strong mic, definitely comparable to this one. So for me, that headset for a way cheaper price is like $100 or a little over $100 if I remember right. is just comparable with this one, even though it doesn't have ANC. But that's the thing, the active noise canceling isn't even worth it. So that's why I can pretty much compare it to that one. And as far as if you just care about microphone quality and maybe don't like Logitech, maybe you don't like that headset because it's not mono or anything, you can always go for the Evolve 230 or the Evolve 240. Those microphones have side tone, whether it's stereo or it's a mono headset. And side tone is where you can just hear yourself. So for me, I'm like, that is freaking dope. I mean, some people don't like it. I like it because I don't want to speak too loud. And there's something about hearing myself on a call that just gives me more confidence personally, even though I don't like my voice. But anyhow, that's how I feel about this headset. I feel like there's much better options out there. For a stereo headset, the Logitech Zone Wired is definitely better than this one. Overall, when it comes to just the experience on calls, Google Hangouts, Skype, and everything, just because of that app and how comfortable it is. So sorry, Poly, but I'm gonna have to give this one a pass. I'm not really going to recommend it. It's just not that good of a headset. But anyhow, it is what it is. Hopefully your Voyager Focus 2 is really good though. So not all hope is lost with me. But anyhow, thank you for watching this video. Truly appreciate it. I hope it helped. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.